Fresh off a loss in the Red River Shootout, Oklahoma travels to Columbia, South Carolina to take on the Gamecocks. Now, this line opened up at -3 for Oklahoma. It went out to 5.5 in just a few hours on Sunday, and it stayed there. These are the worst two teams at running the ball in the SEC. Oklahoma's at 3.48 yards per carry. Carolina's at 3.19. That is disgusting, and both teams are coming off a loss. We saw Oklahoma's offense get totally stifled by a desperate Texas team, and Carolina was shut down by a great LSU defense on the road. So this is a bounce-back spot for both teams. Carolina desperate at home, that's a story that we've seen play out before. It's Cocktober. Carolina is so dangerous at home, but I don't know how they score points in this game. Right when I was looking at the game logistically, because Oklahoma's defense is unreal. Great success rates across the board in predicted points added, havoc rate, rush stats, points per opportunity, literally everything except for explosives. And Carolina at this point is relying on explosives for their offense at this point. And at LSU, they only scored 10 points. 7 of those were on a 60-plus yard run. They can strike 2 to 3 times to really turn the game, whether it is in explosive runs or Nick Harbor taking the top off a defense. That's really just how Carolina needs to score, and that's how they can pull an upset. So my biggest question is, can Oklahoma regroup? Because there was an emotional game at the Red River. Like always, the offense was totally shut down, which was a shock to the system. This is now a much weaker opponent defensively in South Carolina than Texas. The defense will travel for Oklahoma, because that's what defense does. I think Mateer has another week to get back into rhythm, because I don't think it was his injury that bothered him against Texas as much as it was not having the live reps he needed to really sort of still be in the flow and be able to play his best. Something about this spot for Carolina worries me as someone who wants to pick Oklahoma. I'm tentatively picking Oklahoma right now. My pick is Oklahoma, but I think it's going to be close. I would not be too shocked, though, if Carolina does have a crazy environment. They do come out desperate, and they're able to keep this close and maybe even win the game. But for right now, I'm sticking with my guns. I'm sticking with Oklahoma.